Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Subscriber Summit. It is so great to see so many new and familiar faces, and congratulations, you guys got in. We sold out in 43 minutes, so you're the fast ones here. I'm so excited everyone's here for what I know will be a great day of interviews. And before we get started, I wanted to talk a little bit about the information and our plans for the future. As you know, we started 3 years ago with a simple idea. Could you build a publication focused on quality, in-depth journalism that was a subscription business and didn't write any of the boring stuff? Our motto was sort of no aggregation, no BS. As you know, we're also completely independent. We don't have outside shareholders. So we consider ourselves accountable to you, our subscribers. So consider this your annual report. I'm going to talk about 3 things today: the state of our business, our views about the future of the media industry, and what it means for our future at The Information. For starters, I'm happy to announce that the state of the business is strong. We're breaking important news first, doing analysis we're proud of, we're profitable, and we're growing. Let's talk about stories. Our team broke 21 deals with an estimated $97 billion in transaction volume. These deals have moved major public stocks like HP, eBay, and Amazon. But we care about private companies too. 2 deals I'm recently very excited about that we broke. The first, the Snapchat was preparing an IPO for next year. And the second is that Lyft and GM were in acquisition talks. Reporting is also about access. We've landed exclusive interviews with industry frontmen like Reed Hastings and Yuri Milner of DST. But we've also profiled the important people behind the scenes, like Tuan Pham, the CTO of Uber, and Wang Gong, the first investor in Didi. And beyond interviews, we've been very focused on data. Our team has produced deep data set work to help our subscribers make better decisions about where to invest and who to hire. We do this by partnering with some great data sources out there, and then verifying and enhancing the data with direct reporting ourselves to make sure that it's truly accurate and valuable to you. All of this has amounted to a considerable reporting investment, and we've expanded our editorial team by 50% in the past 12 months. That's led to more coverage of artificial intelligence, the auto industry, and China. It also means that after less than 3 years in business, The Information now has the 3rd largest reporting team covering technology in the Bay Area. Let's just pause for a moment. We trail only Bloomberg and the Wall Street Journal in number of reporters on the ground here covering technology exclusively for you. Growing the company doesn't just mean growing the editorial team. We've also doubled the size of our business and engineering staff and are looking forward to expanding it more in the near future. But despite that, we've remained insanely focused on reporting, devoting more than 60% of our budget directly to editorial. Let's talk about our community of subscribers. Our subscriber community has more than doubled over the past 12 months. That's something we're very proud of, and we're confident we can keep it up despite our growing scale. The community includes influencers and decision makers across not just tech, but also media and finance. And one thing I'm particularly proud of is that these leaders don't just sit on the sidelines. They are active members of our community, online and offline. The community is also increasingly global. In 2014, we had subscribers in 49 countries. Today, that number is 84, with countries in Asia coming online particularly quickly for us. In the past year, the number of subscribers who comment on the information has grown 356%, and the average number of monthly comments has grown 96%. And then there's Slack. Usage is skyrocketing, and some of the conversations are truly interesting. In the past couple weeks, subscribers have been discussing whether Disney should buy Netflix and how to hire the best growth marketing lead. Lastly, we know our subscribers like events, so we've been adding many more of those. In the past year, we've done new events in Los Angeles, Hong Kong, London, and Bangalore. Overall, attendance at our events has doubled while keeping them still very intimate so that you get a chance to meet the people you want to meet. So that's us. But what about the rest of the industry? What trends are we looking at as we look to chart our future? I have not been shy about the fact that I think the media business, the news business in particular, is heading in the wrong direction. And when I say that, I'm thinking of stats like this. This is the world we live in. Two companies dominate digital advertising, and the trend is not going to reverse itself. This is even before you consider new tech companies like Snapchat, which might make it onto the list. At the end of the day, if reporting budgets are tied to this, the future is pretty gloomy. So in this environment, who's making the best content? Well, I think it's companies like Netflix, which is seeing great subscriber growth and has most of the shows that I watch. Or companies like HBO, which continues to sweep the Emmys every year. Or Spotify, which despite competition from Apple and Google, is still growing very strong. What do they have in common? The companies winning in media are subscription businesses that deliver direct value to consumers. No middlemen, no advertising, just direct value and customer access. This is hugely important. The long-term ability to generate great content is directly tied to having access to your customers. That's what subscription businesses have, and that's what we're trying to do in our corner of the industry. As Bob Iger said this month, having Disney, ABC, ESPN, Lucas, it's not enough unless you have access to your customer. It can be done. When I think of the startups that inspire me, I think of companies like Strava. The app is beloved by running and cycling enthusiasts, but how is it as a business? Well, pretty good. It's a subscription business with hundreds of thousands of paying subscribers and growing very quickly. Or there's Headspace, the meditation app that, for some reason, everyone tells me I should use more. Similar boat, subscription business, $13 a month. And when I asked them when I was preparing this, they told me they're doing a $50 million run rate with more than 400,000 paying subscribers. It's a pretty good business. So how is the information going to get to Headspace scale? By this meeting next year, we want to have the largest tech reporting team in the Bay Area. And we want to do this without changing our model, without losing our profitability, just by hiring more great reporters who share our mission. We're investing here in Silicon Valley because the Bay Area is not just the place to cover the future of the technology industry. It's the place to cover the future of every industry: retail, auto, biotech. Biotech in particular is an area I'm very excited about and where we're looking to beef up. But if you're only covering Silicon Valley, you're missing the boat in technology. Consider this: about 2/3 of tech reporters are based in the Bay Area. Yet only 16% of Facebook's users are in North America. That's a big disconnect that shows that the technology story is important way beyond where we're standing right now. Shai Oster, who's here with us today, is going to be leading that effort for us in Asia, making big investments in reporting and partnerships. We also have big plans for the community. We have always viewed comments on the information as a deeply important part of the experience, and we're going to give them far more weight in the coming year. We're going to promote great comments directly on our homepage and look to showcase contributions from you, our subscribers, more broadly across our entire product. Finally, I'm pleased to announce we're going to be announcing 2 new products that I am particularly excited about. To date, we've been pretty blunt about our subscription. We have one option for everyone. We are very excited about this core offering and have no plans to change it. In fact, we want to add more coverage and more new features like conference calls, which we've added recently. But we're expanding. The first new product is a student subscription. It's no secret that young people are the source of some of the best ideas in technology, but some of them just simply don't have the money at this stage in their lives. We want to make sure that students are part of our community and that everyone has access to them. Maybe good for recruiting, too. So we're going to announce a 50% student discount that students can check out at theinformation.com/student. And we're thrilled that we already have students across 30 different schools signed up, including Wharton, Harvard, Stanford, and USC. Next year, we want that to be 60 schools. The second new product is targeted at professional investors. Now, we know investment professionals are profiting off our scoops. You're very welcome. But we also know that you want more than trading tips. Many of you have spoken with us, and you say you want deeper insight and color around what our reporters are hearing from their sources. So we'll be creating a special product, unlike anything out there, to put you in the flow of what we're hearing as we're reporting through conference calls and other briefings. The information for investors will be available on an invite-only basis, and subscriptions will be limited to preserve exclusivity. The price is $10,000 a year, and we're very thrilled that some of you have already signed up. We're looking forward to getting it off the ground. To sum it up, we've had a great year, and we're confident in the investments we're making ahead. We're going to focus more on coverage, expanding our base, and deepening our community. Thank you for being here for the journey, and a special thank you to those who traveled with us to be here today. I really look forward to hearing from all our speakers. And to start, I'd like to invite Ev Williams up on stage. Nice to see you.